Your neighbor sign it?
No. I thought.
Okay, it is 9:30 on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Your Richland County Commissioners now in session. Commissioner Johnny Vero joined by Commissioners and Banks, our Senior Clerk Stacy Kroll, Carl Hunnell's partial, Aiden Gray, our County Administrator Andrew Keller, and let's have our guests introduce themselves.
Morning, Josh Cross, Ohio Edison.
Scott Hyman, engaged citizen. And Brooke Barton.
Well, welcome engaged citizen and Josh from Ohio Edison. All right, first item up for bid this morning, first item up this morning is our record of proceedings from August 7th. I'm actually going to propose 3 amendments to that. The very first opening paragraph at 0.0, where it says the process is something we need to clean up and follow the process. I believe it should be and follow the law. Next up, it says Bart explained that this is probably high, Provably. I think it probably should say probably. And then it says, for an example, Civista Bank in Shelby as $1 million note. I think it should say has $1 million note. So those would be my 3 proposed amendments.
As amended.
Second.
Yes.
Mears.
Yes.
Banks.
Yes.
All right, motion to approve requisitions.
So moved.
Find out your answer to that.
I did. It was part of a grant.
Second.
Commissioner Vero.
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, next up, this is kudos to Cliff, who's really been working hard on this. Daryl, this matter actually dates back to when we took office. There's been a history of flooding in Shelby, and there's been attempts several different ways to alleviate the flooding in Shelby. There was a proposal, if you recall, for dry dams, and that did not move forward. Then there was a petition by the city of Shelby, a ditch petition, and there were some issues with that from a legal standpoint. And so Cliff really took the ball and worked with the city of Shelby and the Soil and Water Conservation District on how we could go about cleaning up the Black Fork. Cliff attended a city of Shelby meeting, and the law allows counties to work with municipalities on cleanups. And what we have is an agreement with the city of Shelby, and I'll turn it over to Cliff for some additional information, in which the county will work with the city of Shelby and pay them $46,495 to clean up Class C and D log jams in the unincorporated portion of the Black Fork. It's a good thing. Pretty reasonable price too, and I know the city of Shelby is gonna take care of the river within the municipal limits. And so Cliff, if you want to add any information to that.
Well, we received the petition from Mayor Shag and Shelby back in 2021, and we had a number of meetings, research, legal costs, drone footage. We incurred a number of costs for mailing as well. And in the end, we found that following that process really didn't allow us to show that the benefit outweighed the cost. So we found another option. Basically, Shelby owns the project. We can fund this out of the general fund. And it doesn't take all of the blockages out of the Black Fork, but does a major job in cleaning it out and improving the flow and reducing quite a bit of the flooding that we would anticipate that'll happen in Shelby in the coming months and years. So I think it's a big step forward at a reasonable cost. And I thank Hayden Gray for doing an excellent job of covering that Shelby City Council meeting. So with that, I will make a motion to approve.
And I will second it.
Vero.
Yes.
Mears.
Yes.
Banks.
Yes.
Aiden, any questions then, since you already did a better job than Carl could ever do?
Thank you.
Okay, we actually will recess then.
The maintenance add-on.
Oh, I was gonna add it on. You're right. We could do that now. I apologize. I was gonna add it on later, but I guess we just do it now. We have an add-on from Josh Hicks in maintenance, from Standard Plumbing and Heating. It's for some AC work out at Peoples. It's for the IT room, which is very important. We need to keep that area cool. We have our safety services out there. This quote is for 6,740.00. So may we have that a motion? I guess Stacy and Josh says he has it in his maintenance line item.
Gonna be in the reinvestment maintenance line item, because we've got money HVAC for that building.
That's right. Motion to approve.
Move.
Rivera,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Engage citizens, energy guys, reporters. We actually have an interesting day today. We have an economic development discussion, public hearing, vacation, and then the engineers coming in, but that won't be till 10:30 and 10:45. So any questions?
Any answers?
Yeah, any answers? Okay, we will recess until 10 o'clock. Okay, it is 10 a.m. Rich County Board of Commissioners are back in session. We have a whole bunch of guests. So we actually will allow or ask that they introduce themselves for the minutes and just so everyone gets to know them. We have the little lamb, Ellen Hines from the chamber, right?
That's right. Yep, Ellen Hines, CEO and President of the Richland Dairy Chamber and Economic Development.
John Pierce, co-owner of DRM Productions.
Ma'am?
Oh, I'm not here for,
Oh, you're here.
oh,
The township.
No, please state your name. Welcome.
Judy Oakley.
Bird Oakley.
Sandy Messner with Richmond Area Chamber.
We already know you, Hayden and Andrew. Martin. Yep. How about the guy in the middle?
Vanderhorst, Richland, Area Chamber.
And we have Scott Hyman, our engaged citizen. So, all right, we are here to discuss, as the chamber, the county contracts with the chamber to serve as our economic development director. Ellen taking off where the last director left is never short or shy to request additional funding. I believe here, as she's saying, they're here to discuss a partnership on a website, which I would imagine does come with a request for money. But let's take it away and see what we got.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come in today, and thank you, Richland County Commissioners, for your support. We're here today to request funding for a new economic development website that will enhance our visibility and will boldly represent us in a highly competitive market. It's a collaborative effort. We've received multiple quotes, and the most affordable and the best connected with ours is close to $27,500. And we do actually have a collaborative effort. So instead of going out and getting a quote for a new website, I've been asking you to pay for all of it. We actually are coming with a collaborative request for only $10,000. So we will actually,
Only.
that's right. Well, it's better than 27.5, I would hope.
Who are the other collaborators, if I might ask?
Well, we have some contributions through DRM that we're hoping that they would be the ones to design our new website. So we will also do the maintenance cost on an annual basis for ourselves. So it's just a one-time request for funding. Also, the City of Ontario has come forth and said that they would also participate, as well as the City of Mansfield, with some additional funding that we're looking at through them.
So Mansfield has committed?
Yes, not an exact amount, but they have
Okay. All right.
additional general support.
So this wouldn't be, the way I understand it, and we'll let John do a tour here or a demonstration. This is it's a website specifically aimed at fostering economic development, correct?
Absolutely. 100%.
So John,
Yeah,
we have ready to go, Stacy, or?
Whenever he has.
sure. So essentially right now, the economic development portion of the Chamber and RCDG's website is what I would describe as more of a subsection of the overall Chamber's website.
Okay.
I think it makes a lot of sense with a lot of the advice we're getting and a lot of the asks that we're getting, that it should be partitioned out into its own, being able to focus on like search engine optimization on its own and be its own site that would allow for its own navigation. Really just getting it up to par with what a lot of other communities that we're looking at as great examples are doing as well. So right now, if you look for economic development in Richland County, you're brought to a subsection of the Richland Area Chambers. You're seeing things like membership, workforce initiatives, live here, the chamber directory, the chamber events, all mixed in. And we've got a really targeted audience of economic development professionals, including site selectors, that we could really cater to a little bit better with a more targeted navigation approach, a more targeted SEO approach, and really just catering to that audience a little bit better. So that's
Yeah.
what we're looking to do.
And more of the area-wide promotion targeted specifically to economic development.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we did have a couple of examples to bring up,
You want to maybe
including
do the Sarasota one first?
either one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which one do you
the
want?
Sarasota one?
So that's the EDC SarasotaCounty.com.
So these are not, obviously, we haven't received the funding to start the project yet, but these are a couple of samples of projects that we're looking to look at. So there's a pop-up. Yep, if you want
So
to
if you-
close the pop-up.
So this is a directed one that is just economic development targeted for Sarasota County, Florida. Obviously, they have some great visuals on that front, but they also have a lot of really great targeted SEO on that front. And obviously, just like we talked about, really targeted navigation and content that centers around economic development without everything else as part of it.
It's nice.
And we have the opportunity to, obviously, to do direct promotion of some of the specific new economic development tools that we have with Richland County Port Authority. And there are also different opportunities that you have to do kind of like passive searches. So anything that they would click on the drop down menu, we wouldn't recreate. We would make sure that we're maximizing the other resources or websites that we have in the community. But in regards to the economic development website, it would be highly competitive.
If you wouldn't mind bringing up the greaterchat.com one. This is for the Greater Chattanooga Economic Partnership. It also has something, if you would go real quick back to the top, the site selectors area. This is something that is really, really targeted for a very specific subsection of economic development, but they have it super highlighted, easy to get to. These are the top 4 or 5 things that they want to be able to get to, including things like their direct team that does it. And so being able to put that in front of them in one fell swoop right at the,
So would it have a separate URL then?
yes, we're
But then you could also get to it within the chamber's regular website, so both would.
Yep.
correct. It would definitely interconnect. So there was going to be a lot of cross-site linking. We're going to point back and forth quite a bit as they support each other, also with other area partners as well. But the URL goal would be to use chooserichland.com at that point and just have a dedicated site toward that purpose.
Okay.
You're gonna pick what you think is the best of Sarasota and the best of Chattanooga and think what you'd like from here.
Yeah.
Now, yeah,
Yep.
got it.
And we actually have several websites that we've done. Sandy's done a lot of research on other economic development websites and marketing, so.
When you're looking for something from Richland County, you often get Richland County, South Carolina.
Yes.
And so, I don't know how your business, how that works, but
Yeah.
maybe I ought to say Ohio very.
SEO terms for sure, but yeah, the goal would be anybody that's looking specifically for economic development to try to get that as close as possible to the top and compete there. Yeah. Whereas right now, it'd be getting slightly muddled with like chamber resources and other things as well. So it just gives us another and target all of these SEO terms against.
Does it link to anything from Mansfield's website?
I think that there's opportunities for both to
To connect
cross-link
to it.
back
Yep.
and forth. Yeah. So if you're
Keep in mind, the city now contracts with the chamber as well for their economic development, so it'll all be tied in together
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
Rio felt the
as
same way,
well
too.
as, yeah.
Yep.
with the city to say, hey, well, the county already does that. So it would make sense from an alignment standpoint. I hate using those words like synergies and alignment. So it'll all be tied in together.
Absolutely.
So the ask, Ellen, if I understand, is for $10,000. And Andrew, what would be presuming, and again, we haven't voted on it yet, but let's say we voted on it and approve, what's the method under the ORC to provide funding for this?
We would need to draft an addendum to our economic development contract with, if we can, that would, similar to the process we went through
For the last additional funding? or-
staff.
Well, and the last additional funding request got us Tommy V back there, so that was money well spent. Tom's been a excellent resource for the county, particularly on understanding the options for economic development on the incentive side too. He starts using words like type 2 annexations, ifs, and this and that, and I gotta go into Chat GPT and then read the codes to understand what he's talking about, so. I know, but I like to make sure I know what or understand when you reference them. So, okay, Daryl, Cliff, any questions?
I think this would be a great investment that would show exponential returns once people see what Richland County has to offer. So I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
And with the new Port Authority, I think it's important that we carry on that momentum that we have right now.
Yeah. That's going to increase our visibility.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion that we execute at some point down the road an addendum to our economic development contract with the Richland Area Chamber and Economic Development, which will include an additional one-time payment of $10,000 for the website.
Enthusiastically make that motion.
So second that with enthusiasm.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Okay, any questions, Hayden? Okay, this is a good deal here. We'll call it a partnership, not an additional $10,000. JP, always good to see you.
Too.
And we will recess and come back at 10:30, at which time we'll have a public hearing for potential road vacation.
Again, I want to thank you all very much for your support and your trust in us to expand some of the initiatives that we're working on and deliver additional value. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
You do it.
title probably has it on.
Oh, oh, the one by oh, yeah, Fletcher. You'll get tased for that. Okay, we're back in. We were just discussing the lack of traffic skills by trustee Dan Fletcher. We are back in session. We need to recess our regular meeting and then open the public hearing. There is a request to vacate a road in Madison Township. It's a portion of Walker Street. Special thanks to our county engineer, most likely Kevin Payne, who did most of the work on a recommendation either to accept or not accept or approve the vacation. And he provided a letter, and I'll kind of let him take it from there. And this is the public hearing for that road vacation.
So as you mentioned, Madison Township passed a resolution to vacate a portion of Walker Road. I've been out, visited the site, and my report is basically that section of Walker Road is 60 feet wide by 138 feet long. It is dedicated right of way between lots 398 and 399 of the extension to Homesite Gardens, which was, I believe, platted in 1926. Commences at the east right-of-way line of Burton Avenue and terminates at the property line of lots 398 and 399. It does meet the definition of a road as found in our revised code section 55-53-045. The right-of-way has never been improved for roadway purposes. It is not part of the state or any other highway system. It is currently being used by the township for stormwater drainage of the portion of Walker Road that has been improved and some of the surrounding roads, Burger Avenue. It does not serve any property that does not have public access to another road. So everything, if you vacated this road, every property that's out there would have access on another road. There are overhead utilities in the right of way. And as I mentioned, there's underground storm sewer that's handling other road drainage in the area.
And the township does currently use that, Dan, for right of way?
No, we don't.
We have the use of the right of way, excuse me.
So my understanding was that, and this is my hang up on the issue. So if you vacate Walker Road in this section,
Okay.
you're going to have underground storm sewer that belongs to the township, that's draining township roadway. That was installed by the township, I believe, approximately 15 years ago. I don't know if you remember that, but
I did not.
the property owner here did. I did speak with this gentleman here when I was out on my site visit. So the township installed an underground stormwater system and it drains public roadway. So if you vacate that road, the law is specific that public utilities retain their rights of an easement, but it doesn't say anything about a township stormwater sewer. So if this was to move forward, I would want the township to get a legal opinion as to whether they can still maintain that stormwater sewer in the future, or if that becomes part of the property that would be vacated and turned over to the property owners.
And all the property owners currently have access to other roads. And if it was vacated, they'd still have access to all the roads.
Correct. Yeah.
So Dan, did you guys get a legal opinion prior to a discussion on this?
That's the first time I've heard of to our stormwater. So, no, not, we were actually required to have legal opinion.
I don't think you're required. I think what Adam is saying is correct. Before we certainly don't want to approve a road vacation when you need access to that.
And agreed.
So was that something Madison would intend to do? I take it?
Oh, yes, we would.
Okay.
Now, if we want to continue to go through with, I mean, we did not know of this storm water.
Yeah, so there's two catch basins and a couple of pipes out there located in that
Oh, is
right
that
of
right?
way. Yeah.
Did we hear from, would you guys like to give your opinion?
Yeah, let's hear from the landowners.
Yeah.
That storm sewer runs right through the center of the property. And there's a catch basin on one end, down to the lower end, which catches all the water from Belmont. And then that water runs down through a tile out in Longview and the creek down next to 30, which runs into Colby Run, I think. But we get all the water from straight above us, Belmont, that runs right through the middle of it. And they did replace the tile in there. They put big tile in there about 15 years ago.
So you must be Mr. Dropsy's neighbor?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And what I understood was Dropsy, when he initiated the vacating process. But as you were not really in favor of owning any of that.
Not at the time.
Okay, but now you were interested in it?
Well,
If you are not, I'd just
Well,
drop the
let me
whole
put it this
thing
way.
right now.
I've lived there 50 years. When I moved there was horseweeds growing over your head, an old school bus buried up to the axles. I cleaned it all up, leveled it all, sowed grass, and I've mowed it for 50 years. And whether I not has nothing to do with it. But
Care of it for 50 years.
It has everything to
if
do
the
with it.
township is going to vacate it, then you're going to give it to whoever.
Both of you. It goes to both of you.
I think maybe we should split it if it's going that way.
It is split that way, correct?
By law, it would be split down the middle and half would go to lot 398, half would go to 99. That means then you'd have to come up with some sort of joint maintenance for that tile.
If we got storm water drain, going right down the middle, I see no reason to do that.
My only question is, we do vacate it and we would, two of us or whatever. And who takes care of the drainage problem?
That's part of the issue.
About right now, about,
That's
we
what, that's my
Madison
question.
Township wants to maintain the right to do any maintenance to that.
It has to
Turnpike.
have to have an easement of some kind.
Right.
Okay.
A minimum of 20 feet. Yes, Adam?
Yeah, I think this is one we don't want to vacate. You want to look into a little more additional legalities or whatnot, but I still think there's going to be challenges with this.
And if the property owners or the trustees want to bring it back to us, we'll hear it then, but as of right now, I would not be in favor.
I agree.
If I may, if correct from the aerials, both properties kind of encroach on that right of way with, I don't know whether it'd be a driveway or portion of the building or is that,
According to the aerial photo, but I mean, you'd want to have the survey done to make sure you know exactly where those lines are.
Yeah.
Know what's encroaching and what isn't.
The angle of the satellite will how many feet, but it will make a big difference.
would not be, I mean, Madison Township's not gonna bother with it
Okay.
at this time. If the consensus here is to just deny the vacate, it's the way it'll be.
I'll make a motion.
Now we gotta get out of the public hearing, then we don't make any motion. If we're not gonna accept the vacation, well, I'll ask for motion. And if no one makes it, then it'll,
You want to,
or do we want to make, do
or because.
we want to make, Andrew, do you want to make a motion to deny or just not make a motion?
Don't act, it becomes, it gets
Okay.
after a certain.
Okay, so we will adjourn the public hearing. And now we will come back into the commissioner's regular session at 10:39, and I'll ask for a motion to deny the road vacation in Madison Township and a portion of Walker Street.
I will make that motion
I'll second.
to deny it.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Yes, Fletch.
Where's Mr. Dropsy? Was he aware of this hearing?
Yes, he was.
Okay,
He was sent a
I
letter.
talked to him.
all right.
He knows about it. He got the letter too.
Okay. We'll recess for 5 minutes, come back at 10:45.
Done here?
All right. We are back in session at 10:45. Greg, do we have to wait for you to set up your camera or anything? Joined by Greg Kale, WMFD. We have Adam Gove still here. He has some requests to purchase 3 trucks, and then there's a contract with ODOT. So Adam, take it away.
Yes, first, like to get authorization to purchase 2 tandem axle dump trucks through Hill International. We have quote from them for $140,833.40 per vehicle, and this is for a cab and chassis only. That means we'll need to get it outfitted with the dump bed, salt spreader, in addition to this cost, but that's a separate entity.
So we'll estimate that.
That's gonna be another 75, 80,000. So, so the total purchase price for the 2 trucks would be $281,666.80. Less than what would be available through the state purchase contract, but on equal terms and conditions. So we are able to purchase this directly from International. We did not buy a dump truck last year, so this is kind of making up for 1 year. We have approximately 15 frontline dump trucks that we use, and obviously those are needed for all our maintenance all year long, but primarily in the winter for salt, snow and ice control. So that's why we're looking to buy 2 this year. We try to rotate them after 15 to 20 years, rotate them through our fleet, so.
This would not be out of general fund, correct?
Correct. This is
Cheaper than the
of-
state contract too, right?
Yep, out of our regular highway funds that were allocated at the beginning of the year.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
Motion?
Second.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner
Yes.
Banks.
Yes.
Continuing with Engineer Gove's request to use public funds to purchasing vehicles, we have another request. What is this one, Mr.?
This is for a new Ford F-150 to be used as our construction and bridge inspection vehicle. We have a quote from Graham Auto Mall for $45,656. This would replace our current vehicle, which is a 2013 F-150. It doesn't have a lot of miles, 78,000 miles, but it has been around for 10 years. It's no longer reliable. This vehicle does travel to all corners of the county, usually with only one person, so we hate to strand somebody with an unreliable vehicle out at the very far reaches of our county.
2026s aren't out yet?
That's not what the quote was for, so it was for 20.
Because it says a new 2025 and
Right.
aren't 2026s out?
I think it's right around now is when they make the switch, but yep.
I gotta ask a question.
Sure.
If a Ford 150 is proven unreliable, we're gonna buy another one?
That's a good question.
Oh, are any new truck reliable after so many years? I mean, it's having engine issues. We're not sure exactly what the problem is, but
My vehicle's a 2013. It's got almost 200,000 miles.
Does it?
I drive all over the county at my own.
you want to donate it to the county and we'll,
You have modifications you have to make to this?
no, other than just putting a cap on it. We may be able to reuse the cap that we currently have if the body styles.
Oh,
That's
taxpayers are getting a deal now then, huh?
right.
78,000 miles. I'm gonna go, on my way home, I'm gonna go over 100,000.
Oh, 200,000. Well, we'll trust what our engineer's saying, so I'll ask for a motion.
And we'll keep this. If we're able to fix it, we'll continue to use it in our fleet, whether it's at the highway department or whether it's another inspection vehicle for our office. But if we're able to make repairs and get it back to working order, it's just right now we need that and we need another vehicle because we're in the middle of bridge inspections.
Oh, see that, Greg? He had to add on to his answer there. Catch that, Hayden? Hayden caught it.
It's in the letter here. It'll be used by the highway department or put on gov deals, but we intend to reuse it if we're able to make repairs and make it a reliable vehicle.
Motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Hey, we're the,
Rivera,
yes.
Mr. Mears.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
All right, next and last item for today is a request from the engineer that we authorize the county engineer to enter into an agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for pavement markings on various county roads within Richland County.
So we recently received a grant for pavement marking. They will cover 100% of the cost up to $100,000. The only issue is this is a fiscal year 2030 project. So we're looking at 29 actual construction of putting pavement markings on the ground. So it is a couple years out, but it will cover those costs for upgrading centerline pavement at 100%.
Motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Rivera,
Yes.
Mr. Mears.
Yes.
Commissioner Banks.
Yes.
Greg, any questions?
Sure, Adam, just the cost of dump trucks, is that, how has that gone up over the past maybe 5 years in that neck of the woods?
Like I said, it's been 2 years since we bought one. I think we're only a couple thousand more 2 years ago per vehicle. So thankfully not a huge increase in the vehicle price. Like I said, that's not outfitted, so we'll have to see what our quotes come back in for outfitting the truck. But not too much of an issue as far as increased cost in the last 3-4 years.
Okay, I just get sticker shock buying a new vehicle and seeing that price tag.
That's why I have a 200,000 mile 2013. I hate buying a car.
So that's just what heavy equipment cost. I mean,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
expect to pay that. Okay.
Yep.
And you said that's not a state, or that is a state contract price, or no?
That is not the state contract price. It's less than the state contract price. So it's not through the state contract.
And are those being purchased like locally?
Yes, Hill International here in Mansfield. They've got a location here in Mansfield. They're a bigger company than that.
Done a lot.
Don't believe so. I think they're,
That'd be orders.
yeah.
How long?
Hopefully we'll have them by the end of the year. I think, it used to be you'd order and wait 2 years. I don't think we're at that point anymore, but we should hopefully have the truck.
Is that because of
Dan out.
tariffs and everything?
Oh, I will say that from our first quote to our renewed quote, they did send an email and say due to tariff increases, the price did go up by $2,500, I think. It have an effect.
Hayden?
It's been put through it.
Thank you, Hayden.
Hey, we're gatekeepers of public dollars, general fund or not, so. Okay, seeing no further business today, we will adjourn at 10:53.